Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to get our hands dirty with some hands-on containerization. We have talked about what containers are and why they are so powerful. Now it's time to actually create and run our own containers. By the end of this video, you will know how to containerize an application and get it running on your machine. So let's jump in. The first thing, let's assume that we have, first thing first, if you haven't done so already, you need to have Docker installed on your machine. We are using a Docker desktop for this video, or like use whatever Docker you want. You can just go and download Docker from the Docker website. It's really easy process. So for this hands-on tutorial, we are going to use a simple Node.js application, as you can see here, as our example. Let's create a new directory for our project, and in it create a file called app.js. This will be our Node.js server, and you can pull this code in it. It's this is code pretty straightforward, pretty simple. This code will start a web server on port 3000 that returns hello Docker word when it's accessed. Okay. Um, let's try to write a Docker file. So we need to create a Docker file. So let's go to my app, new file, Docker file, enter. And the first thing will be that now that we have created our Docker file, the first thing we need to create which node version we need to use. So first thing I would say from node point, let's say point 14, for example. Of course, there is point 20, I guess 21, not 14, but let's assume that we will work with node 14. And we need to set the working directly. Let's assume that we will have, we will call it app, not my app. Or let's assume that we will have a work directly called app in it. So let's have work directly, work dir, and it's always be app. Okay. We need right now to copy the package.json because we have package.json. So look, okay, we need to copy package.json, and after that we run npm install, and after that we need to copy the rest of the application code. We can do this by 2 dots, and after that we need to expose the port. Yeah, expose, and the port will be like 3000, for example. And after that we have like cmd npm start. So let's try to break it down. We are using node version 14, base image. We set the working directly to app. We copy over our package.json and run npm install to install our dependencies. Finally, we copy the rest of the application code to and tell Docker to start the server using app.js. So we can use it right now. So for example, let's we can use it right now. We can do it like this. We can have like a Docker build /t and my node app. I will call it like that. So now it's time to build our Docker image, and we open the terminal, navigate to the project directly, and run the following command. This command tells Docker to build an image for the Docker file in the current directory and tag it as my node app. After that, once the image is built, you will see Docker go through each step, fetching the node-based image, copying files, installing dependencies, etc. After that, we will run, like after building the image, we need to run the image. We run the image with this command. Basically, this tells Docker to start container from our my Node app image and map port 3000 on the container to port 3000 on our machine. I will not run these two commands because it takes time on my machine. My laptop is not that great. It's not in great condition right now, but feel free to use my example and try to do it as well. So now if you open your browser, I guess if you open the browser on localhost 3000, you should see hello from Docker. I highly encourage you to try doing that. I will not try to do it because my it will take quite time. So I encourage you to do it and tell me in the comment section if it works or not. So um, there are some things we need to talk about as well. We need to take a quick look at some Docker commands to manage the container. We have. Let's clear everything here. Okay. We have Docker PS, and this one lists all the running containers. We have Docker stop, and after that you put the container ID, stops all the running container. We have Docker RM, and after that we put the Docker container, which removes stopped container. We have Docker images, and this command lists all Docker images on your system. This command will help you to keep track of your containers and manage your Docker environments effectively. So there you have it. It's hands-on introduction to containerization using Docker. We created a simple Node.js application, wrote a Docker file, and containerized our app so it's run consistently in any environment. By understanding these basics, you now have the foundation to start building, shipping, and deploying containerized applications. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to like it, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content on Docker, DevOps, and software development. And as always, drop your questions or experience in comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in next videos.